Very good morning to all of you guys. I hope you guys are doing good. So in the last two sessions, we were discussing service costing, wherein I discussed few questions relating to transportation industry. I hope you guys were able to solve the questions of study material, that are the questions that are related to transportation industry. Very good morning, everyone. So now let's proceed further with the new part of the chapter, wherein we will be discussing a question relating to hotel industry. So let's start, guys. I'll be giving you a question relating to hotel industry in the live session also. But first, let me discuss a question. So I'll be discussing question number, example number 8 of my material. I'll be discussing example number 8 of my material. So I request you guys to please open the material what I have provided. Those who have not downloaded, please download the same. Very good morning, Manisha. Very good morning, Pranav. Very good morning, everyone. So I'll be discussing example number 8 of my material, that is costing of hotels. So let's start, guys. A hotel is being run in a hill station with 200 single rooms. The hotel offers concessional rate during the 6 off-season months in a year. During this period, half of the full room rent is charged. The management profit margin is targeted at 20% of the room rent. The following are the cost estimates and other details for the year ending 31st March 2021. Occupancy during the season is 80%, while in off-season it is 40%. Total investment in the hotel is 300 lakhs, of which 80% relates to building and the balance related to furnitures and other equipment. Room attendant are paid rupees 15 per room per day on the basis of occupancy of the room in a month. Further expenses are given below, that the staff salary, repairs to building, laundry charges, interior charges, miscellaneous expenses. Annual depreciation is to be provided on building at the rate of 5% and 15% on furnitures and other equipment on straight line method. Further, the monthly lighting charges are 110, except in 4 months in winter when it is rupees 30 per room, and this is on the basis of full occupancy for a month. You are required to work out the room rent chargeable per day, both during the season and off-season months, using the foregoing information. Assume a month to be 30 days and winter season to be considered as a part of off-season. So let's start, guys. Very good morning, Drishya. So let's start with this example number 8. Now here in example number 8, there is a hill station wherein there are total 200 rooms. They have a season period and off-season period, wherein in the season is for 6 months and off-season is for 6 months. As far as summers and winters is concerned, winters comes during the off-season and it is for 4 months. So let's proceed further. Herein we have to calculate the room rent to be charged. Now transportation industry में हम लोग क्या करते थे कि fare कितना charge करेंगे, whether it is per kilometer, per passenger, per ton kilometer. Similarly, in hotel industry, we do calculate the room rent kitna charge karenge. That is room rent per day, per room. So let's start, guys, with example number 8. So to find out the room rent, we have to first calculate the total cost. In this, we have to add the profit. We will get the revenue divided by the room days. So let's start with the calculation of cost first. Now, herein we will start right from depreciation. Building and furniture. Now, total investment is 300 lakhs, 80% represents building. So 240 lakhs into the depreciation rate for the building is 5%. Remaining amount, that is 60 lakh, is for furniture, and the rate of depreciation is 15%. This will be 12 lakh. This will be 9 lakh. Now the next is, we'll start with staff salary. As far as room attendant amount is concerned, we'll be calculating it separately. So better let's note down the expenses that are given straight away. So staff salary is 8 lakh. Repairs to building is 3 lakh. Further, laundry charges are 1,40,000. Interior charges are 2,50,000. Miscellaneous expenses are 200,200. Now we have to calculate the room attendant, the amount paid to the room attendant. So refer working note number 1. Now, it is given in the question that room attendant are paid ₹15 per room per day on the basis of occupancy of room in a month. So they are paying for every room day occupied, they are paid ₹15 per day per room. So we have to calculate the number of room days, that is the number of rooms, the number of days the rooms were occupied. Very good morning, Prachi. Very good morning, Sri Lakshmi. Very good morning, Sravoni. So we have to first calculate the room days, that is the number of days the rooms were occupied, the total number. So let's calculate. Now, there are two parts, season and off season. There are total in aggregate 200 single rooms. And the occupancy in season per day is 80%. The occupancy is 80%. That is total 160 rooms are occupied during the peak season period. Further, the season lasts for 6 months. And in a month, there are 30 days as given in the question. Similarly, in off season also, the total number of rooms are 200. Further in off season, the occupancy is only 40% into 6 months into 30 days. So this will be 43,200 room days. So the total number of room days is 43,200. Now, room attendant wages. Now it is given in the question that room attendant are paid rupees 15 per room per day on the basis of occupancy of room. So 43,200 are the number of rooms occupied into rupees 15 per day. So 6,48,000 is the amount of wages we are paying to the room attendant. If you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can please post your queries. I'm preparing only I'm classifying all the expenditure under one head only, that is statement of cost. So no need to distribute it as fixed or variable. We do generally this fixed and variable only in transportation industry. Very good, Shivani. Very good, Sri Lakshmi. Your answers are correct. Now, let's proceed further. Wherein in the question, the point number 6, that is monthly lighting charges are 110, except in 4 months in winter when it is rupees 30 per room, and this cost is on the basis of full occupancy for a month. So we have to calculate the monthly lighting charges also. We have to prepare the working note separately. Now here in the monthly lighting charges are 110 except in 4 months when it is 30 per room, and this is on the basis of full occupancy. So that is in winters it is only 30 per room, and winter will be considered as off season. So now let's start. When talking about season, there are 200 rooms and the occupancy is 80% into 6 months into 110. This is not the daily lighting charges, this is the monthly lighting charges. Now, when talking about off season, we will divide it into two parts. That is summers and winters. Summer and winter. When talking about summer, it is 200 rooms, 40% occupancy into into the remaining 2 months. Into 110. When talking about summer, it is 200 rooms. In off season, the occupancy is 40%. However, for 2 months, the lighting charges will be 110 only. In case of winter, the total number of rooms are 240%. The winters are for 4 months and the lighting charges for these 4 months will be rupees 30 per month. So total 200 rooms into 80% into 6 months into 110. So this is 105600. 200 into 40% into 2 into 110. This is 17,600. 200 into 40% into 4 months into 30. That is 9,600. So this is 1,32,800. Now, if you guys have any queries in this explanation, you guys can please post your query. I repeat again, when talking about the calculation of lighting charges, first and the foremost thing, आपको daily rate नहीं दिया है, आपको monthly rate दिया है. Second point, for 8 months, the lighting charges will be 110. For 8 months, lighting charges will be rupees 110 per month. Of this 8 months, 6 months will be what? My season. And 2 months will be what? My off season. So herein, for season, 6 months, so 200, the number of rooms into the 80% is the occupancy in the season into 6 months into 110. For the off season, I repeat again, I do the same calculation here also for your ease and reference. 200 rooms, 6 months, 80% occupancy, and the lighting charges per month are 110. Similarly, in this case, it is an off season, so 200 into 2 months into 40% occupancy into 110. Similarly, in winters, it is 200 into 40% occupancy into 4 months into the lighting charges are rupees 30 only in winters. If you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can please post your query. Manisha Ben, hopefully your query is resolved. That is, when talking about the monthly lighting charges, 110 is per month for 8 months. Of these 8 months, 6 months is the season period and 2 months is the off-season period. Very good morning, Alok. Very good morning, Aslam. Very good morning, Lokesh. Very good, Khushi. Very good, Sri Lakshmi. Very good, Shivani. Good morning, Dhyanesh. Your answers are correct. So hopefully, Prachi Kapoor, hopefully your query is resolved. Wherein, when talking about the monthly lighting charges for 8 months, it is rupees 110. Of this 8 months, 6 months is the season period. That's why I have taken occupancy as 80%. And for the 2-month season, the occupancy is only 40%. That's why I have taken 40%. So Prachi Kapoor, hopefully your query is resolved. So I hope we have considered all the figures relating to cost. Prachi Kapoor, I hope you have understood this calculation, monthly lighting charges. Now, since we have considered all the costs, so let's calculate the total cost. Twelve lakh, 9 lakh. So my total cost is 45,71,000. Now herein it is given in the question that we have to calculate the room rent. The management has targeted a profit at the rate of 20% of the room rent. So statement of cost and revenue also will write. So herein the management has predicted that they will earn a profit of 20% over the total revenue. So my profit and revenue. So herein it is given that the management has predicted that they will earn, has targeted that they will earn a profit of 20% on room rate. That is the 20% on revenue. So profit is 20, revenue is 100. So how much will be the cost? 80. So how much will be the total revenue? 45,71,000 is my cost. It is equals to 80. So how much will be 100? Very good, Prachi. Very good, Alok. Kushal, it is one of the easiest chapter of the syllabus. It's more about concepts and mathematics. So now let's calculate the room rent. Now, when talking about the room rent, it is given in the question that sorry, the hotel offer concessional rate during the 6-month season period. During this period, half of the full room rent is charged. So let's assume room rent per day in season be X. The rent per room per day in season is X. So therefore, room rent in off season be 0.5x. That is half of the room rent in the season. Now, this is room rent per day. How many days the rooms are occupied in season? 28,800. So 28,800 are the number of rooms for the season period, and the rent is X. Plus, when talking about off season, the 14,400 rooms are occupied, and the rent per room per day is how much? 0.5x. And this should be equal to my total revenue, that is 57 lakh 13,750. So let's calculate the value of X. 14,400 into 0.5 plus 28,800. So this is 36,000 X. It should be equal to 57 lakh 13,750. So the value of X will be how much? $158.72. Off season will be half of the value of X, 79.36. If you guys have any queries in this calculation, you guys can please post your query. In the meanwhile, I request you guys to please copy the explanation part. I request you guys to please copy this presentation. Further, if you guys have any query, how to calculate room days, how to prepare, how to calculate attendant wages, how to calculate the monthly lighting charges, and how I have calculated the room rent. It's a very logical concept wherein एक रूम का एक दिन का रेंट X है. Total number of rooms कितने हैं? 28,800. Similarly, we will add the room rent per day into the number of rooms for the off season. This should be equal to how much? 57 lakh 13,750. So how much will be the value of X? That will be the rent of the rooms for during the season period. I request you guys to please copy the explanation. Any doubts? Prachi Kapoor, Vinodini, Kavita Chandak, Sri Lakshmi, Manisha, waiting for your queries, guys. Else, I'll be posting my query. And I want everyone to answer it correctly. So if you guys have any queries till now, you guys can please post your query. Else be prepared for the question. I'll be posting a question for your and I request you guys to please solve the question. Last 2 minutes time, please copy the solution. So now a question from my side. I request you guys to please post your answers. So there is a hotel wherein there are 3 categories of room. Let's say standard, deluxe, and let's say super deluxe. Let's say the standard number of rooms are 150. The number of deluxe rooms are 30 and super deluxe rooms are 20. Total the rooms are 200. Now herein the hotel is located in a hill station and the occupancy depends upon the season. So when talking about season, there are 3 seasons, that is summer, winter, and autumn. The occupancy in summer is 80%. In winter, it is 60%. And in autumn, it is, let's say, 50%. Further, room attendant, each seasons will be considered for 4 months. 4 months every season. So 4 months summer, 4 months winter, and 4 months autumn. Room attendant are paid at the rate of rupees 10 per room per day on basis of occupancy. Further, let's say my expected revenue is rupees 1 crore. 1 crore 20 lakh. Now, when talking about the room rent, room rent in winters is half of summer, and in autumn it is half of winter. So room rent chargeable is room rent in winter is half of summer, and in autumn it is half of winter. Now you have to calculate room days first. Your second answer will be for attendant wages, and your third answer will be for room rent. So please do post answers one by one. Don't simply post the figures, write room days and then post the answer. अगर आपने कुछ भी random answer post किया या figures post किया, how will I understand that you are talking about wages or room days? So if you want to post an answer, post room days and numbers. So I request you guys to please solve the question. It's a query from my end. Let's see who resolve it first. Okay, I've got answer from Manoj Kumar Thakur, that is the room days are so and so. Let's see, waiting for everyone answers. So guys, please post your answers only related to room days first. First calculate the room days and then post your answer. So I have got answer from Manoj Kumar Thakur only related to room days. So first, please post answers only related to room days. That's it. I've got answers from Manoj Kumar Thakur. That is for the room days and the attendant wages. Very good, Manoj. Let me check. Okay, Jyoti Jha. Let me check. I've got an answer from Jyoti. Okay, I've got answer from Jyoti also. Mr. Piyush. Even I have not calculated the answer, but I think your answer is incorrect. Rest everyone. Okay, I've got answer from Just Shah also. Abdul also. Mohammad Aslam, I don't think your answer is correct. Mohammad Aslam, your answer is incorrect. Further, Manoj Kumar Thakur, Dhyanesh, Jyoti, Just Shah, Abdul, all are getting the same answers. So there are high chances that your answer is correct. Again, Dhyanesh, your answer is correct. Sunil Kumar, it is room days, not room rent. Yes, you are getting the same answer. I hope your answer is correct. Shivani Tulika, your answer. I have got your answer. Still, many has not solved the question. Waiting for your answers, guys. Manisha, I think you have posted the number of room days. Prachi Kapoor, your answer is incorrect. Very good, Abdul. Hopefully your answer is correct. Alok, I've got your answer. Prachi Kapoor, incorrect answer again. Yes, Sri Lakshmi, you can assume 30 days in a month. So please post your answer relating to attendant wages and room rent for all the three categories of room. Prachi Kapoor, incorrect answer, my dear. Giving you 3 to 4 minutes time. In the meanwhile, you guys can please post your answers. Still, I have not received answer from Uday Vishwakarma. Sankaran, waiting for your answers, my dear. Sraboni, you have not posted any answer. Priyanka, I think your answer is correct. Let me check, calculate it. Pranav, Vinodini, I've got your answer. Khushi Surotia, I request you to please retry the solution. Your answer is incorrect. So now let's calculate the number of room days first. So there are three categories of room: standard, deluxe, and super deluxe. Guys, I made a mistake. Sorry, guys. I made a mistake. The room rent Sorry, guys, there is a slight change in the question. When in the room rent of deluxe rooms is half of super deluxe and standard room rent is half that of deluxe. Sorry, a mistake in the question. I repeat again, the room rent of deluxe room is half of super deluxe room rent and the standard room rent is half of that of deluxe room rent. A small change in the question. You can solve it in the way it was previously mentioned in the question, but it is a better question. I request you guys to please calculate the room rent accordingly. Wherein the room rent of deluxe room is half of super deluxe room, and the standard room rent is half of that of deluxe. So now let's first calculate the number of room days. When talking about summers in standard room, total standard rooms are 150 and in summers the occupancy is 80%. Into 4 months into 30 days. In case of deluxe, the total number of rooms are 30 and the occupancy is 80%. That is for 4 months into 30 days. And in case of super deluxe, the number of rooms are 20 into 80%. into 4 months into 30 days. Similarly, for winters, again the occupancy is 60%. So 150 into 60% into 4 months into 30 days. 30 into 60% into 4 months into 30 days. 20 into 60% into 4 months into 30 days. Similarly, in autumn also, the number of rooms are 150 into 50% into 4 into 30. Similarly, 30 rooms into 50% into 4 into 30, and 20 rooms into 50% into 4 into 30. So the total number of standard rooms will be how much? $14,000 for standard in summers. It is 10,800. So the total number of standard rooms will be 14,400 plus 10,800 plus 9,000. So this will be 34,200. For the deluxe room, it is 30 into 80% into 4 into 30. This will be 2,880. This will be 2,160. This will be 1,800. This will be 4,560. So the total number of rooms will be 34,200 plus 6,840 plus 4,560. That is 45,600. Therefore, the room attendant wages will be 45,600 into 10. That is 4,56,000. When talking about calculation of room rent, let's assume the room rent of super deluxe. So it is given that the room rent of deluxe room is half of super deluxe. So let's assume rent of super deluxe room is X. So deluxe room will be 0.5x and standard room will be 0.25x. So 4560 into x plus 6840 into 0.5x plus 34200 into 0.25x. This should be equal to 1 crore 20 lakh. So the equivalent number of rooms will be 16,530x. So the value of x is 725 rupees 95 paisa. So 725 rupees 95 paisa. That is the rent of super deluxe room. So the deluxe room rent will be 50% of this amount. That is 362.98. And standard room rent will be 181.49. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. Instead of rooms, I have posted season. So now let's see. I have got correct answer from Manoj. Sorry, Just Shah, your answers were correct. Yes, Just Shah, you can follow any of the approach. Both the approaches are correct. No worries, Piyush. Very good, guys. I have got answers from many of you. Everybody's answer is correct. Sri Lakshmi, Dhyanesh, Mr. Aslam, Priyanka, Piyush. So I request you guys to please copy the solution. I have made the detailed calculation. The only reason is alternatively you can easily calculate the number of room days. However, I have made the detailed calculation because कई बार क्या होता है क्वेश्चन में बोलते हैं कि lighting charges for summer are different, for winters are different, and for autumn are different for different rooms. So in that case, I have prepared a master table so that once it is prepared, you can solve any of the questions. Whether it is if the question is asking from the room prospect or if the question is asking from season prospect. Since the question is silent, so we have to assume the same. Yes, Vinodini, your answers are correct. Very good. So I request you guys to please copy the solution. We'll proceed further with the next part of the chapter, wherein we will be discussing a question on hospital industry. There are total 30 days in a month, Prachi Kapoor. So 150 rooms, 80% is the occupancy in summers into 4 months into 30 days. The reason for preparing this table is that whenever the examiner is asking questions on different seasons and different rooms, then there are chances that the electricity charges may vary from room to room and season to season. So that's why I have prepared this master table for your reference. Nikita Namal, please check your answer. It is incorrect. You forgot to multiply it by 30, Prachi. I hope all of you guys are thorough with what I have discussed till now relating to hotel industry. So now let's proceed further with the next question that is related to hospital industry. $100%, Manisha. Very good, Sunil Kumar. All your answers are correct. Prachi, hopefully you are okay. Perfect. For sure, Alok. Let's see if the time permits. I'll be giving you a bit tricky question on transportation industry also, but I have to complete the explanation part of various service industries. So let's start, guys, with the next question, that is example number 9, that is costing of hospitals. So let's start with example number 9. ABC Hospital runs a critical care unit in a hired building. Critical care unit consists of 35 beds and 5 more beds can be added if required. Rent per month is 75,000. Supervisor, there are 2 supervisors which are working for 25,000 per month. Nurses, 4 persons, 20,000 per month. There are 4 ward boys which are paid 5,000 per month each. The doctor is being paid rupees 2,50,000 per month, paid on the basis of number of patients attended and the time spent by them. Further, other expenses for the year are given, that is repairs, food to patients, other services to patients, laundry charges, medicine, other fixed expenses, administration expenses as allocated. It was estimated that for 150 days in a year, 35 beds are occupied. And for the remaining 80 days, only 25 beds are occupied. So in this question, we are assuming that the hospital is functioning only for 230 days. I am assuming this. Better, you should also write this assumption that the hospital is functioning only for 230 days. Alternate assumption is possible. However, the study material has suggested to use this approach. So my solution will be based on study material only. Alternate assumption is possible wherein we can consider that hospital is functioning for the entire year. So the calculation will altogether change. So better will be following the approach as given in the study material and write your footnote that the hospital is functioning only up for 230 days in a year. Assuming it is a new hospital or somehow somewhere, that's what it is. The hospital hired 750 beds at a charge of rupees 100 per bed per day to accommodate the flow of patients. Okay, so they have hired 750 beds at a charges of rupees 100 per bed to accommodate the flow of patient. However, this does not exceed more than 5 extra bed over and above the normal capacity of 35 beds on a day. So the hospital is having a capacity of 35 beds. However, they can accommodate 5 more beds if it is required. So in aggregate, they have hired 750 beds. They have taken on hire 750 beds. You are required to calculate the profit per patient day if the hospital recovers on an average 2,000 rupees per day from each patient. So we have to calculate the profit per patient day. Further, we have to calculate the break-even point also. Now, this concept I'll be discussing in marginal costing in detail. So since we have to calculate the break-even point, we will be, and further in the question itself, the instructions are given fixed and variable. So we'll be preparing the table as fixed cost and variable cost. And further, since we have to calculate the profit also, so we'll be considering the sales part also. So let's start with example number 9. So we'll prepare a statement of profitability because we have to calculate the profit per patient days, per patient beds. So statement of profitability. Where we'll be first writing the revenue, and the revenue is rupees 2,000 per patient beds. So now let's first calculate the number of patient beds. Yes, Sundareshwar. Yes, Mr. Aslam. I'll be discussing this part separately. So let's start, guys. We have to first calculate the number of patient days or patient beds. Herein it is given in the question that for first 150 days, 35 beds were only occupied. So 150 days, 35 beds were occupied. For 80 days, only 25 beds were occupied. Further, we have taken extra bed also. That is 750 bed. Now the hospital is recovering rupees 2,000 per patient bed. So 2,000 into 8,000. So this will be 16. This is 1 crore 60 lakh. So this is my revenue. It's 750 extra beds also we have occupied. Now, since we have to calculate the break-even point also, so we'll be, and further the instructions are given in the question as regards fixed cost and variable cost also. So we'll be classifying all the overheads or all the cost in two parts, that is variable and fixed. So variable cost. So herein we'll write the fixed cost also. So when talking about rent per month, it is a fixed cost. So rent is 75,000 into 12. So my rent is 9 lakh rupees. That is a fixed cost. Further, supervisor salary is 25,000 per month. That is 25,000 per month. Into there are two supervisors into 12 months. So 25,000 into 2, 50,000. 50,000 into 12. 6 lakh. Nurses, they are paid 20,000 per month into the total number of nurses are 4 into 12 months in a year. So this will be 9,60,000. Now next is ward boys. They are paid salary at the rate of 5,000 per month. And there are 4 ward boys into 12. This will be 2,40,000. All will form part of fixed cost. Now doctors are paid rupees 2,50,000 per month, paid on the basis of number of patients attended and the time spent by them. So 2,50,000 into 12, that is 30 lakh is a variable cost. So doctor fees, since it is dependent upon the number of patients attended, so that's why it is a variable cost. So this will be 30 lakh. Further, the repairs are given, that is fixed. Repairs is 81,000. Food to patient is variable, 8,80,000. So food to patient is variable. $8,80,000. Other services to patient, that is 3 lakh. Further, laundry charges are 6 lakh. Medicines are 7,50,000. Further, other fixed expenses are 10,80,000. Administration expenses are 10 lakh. Further, the bed hire charges are 750 beds at the rate of 100 rupees per bed. So extra bed hire charges are 75,000. So let's calculate the total 30 lakh plus 8,80,000 plus 3 lakh. So the total is 56 lakh 5,000 is my variable cost. So sales minus variable cost, we call it as contribution. My contribution will be like 1 crore 3,95,000. Now let's proceed with my fixed cost. 9 lakh plus 6 lakh plus 9,60,000 plus 2,40,000 plus 81,000 plus 10,80,000 plus 10 lakh. So 48,61,000 is my fixed cost. So this will be my profit. 55,34,000. If you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can please post your query. Sales minus variable cost is contribution. I'll be discussing this part in detail in marginal costing. Manoj Kumar Thakur, total number of doctors is not given. So 2,50,000 is given to all doctors together in the month. Since no information is given in the question, so we have to assume the same. Sir, as in the question, we assume that the year is of 230 days. So we have taken, why we take months as 12? we have to assume, Pranav, that the hospital is functioning only for 230 days and we have to pay the salaries for the entire year. That's a good query. But we have to follow the assumptions that for the remaining period, either it is the hospital is empty or something like that. Calculation of patient days, please explain it again. When talking about the number of patient days, for 150 days, only 35 beds were occupied. So 150 into 35. For 80 days, 25 beds were occupied. And for the extra beds we have taken on hire is 750. Further, we will assume that the hospital is functioning only for 230 days. For the remaining 130 days, we assume that there are no patients in the hospital. So now this is how we have calculated the profit, that is 55,34,000. So if we want to calculate the profit per patient day, so divided by that is 8,000, we'll get the profit per patient day. That is 691.75. Further, moving towards the next part, wherein the question is asking us to calculate the break-even sales. When talking about break-even sales, that level of sales, the break-even level sales is that level of sales where there is no profit, no loss, or we can say at a particular point wherein my total cost is equals to my revenue. So break-even sales is that level of sales. What is break-even sales? That level of sales where there is no profit, no loss. We'll be discussing this concept in detail in marginal costing. So for your reference, what is break-even sales? That level of sales where there is no profit, no loss. For calculating the break-even sales, we'll be using a formula that is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. How this formula is derived, again, I'll be discussing in marginal costing. So the fixed cost we have already calculated. When talking about contribution per unit, when talking about contribution per patient day, it will be my contribution 1 crore 3,95,000 divided by the number of patient days, that is 8,000. So we will get the contribution per patient day. That is 1299.375. Therein we can easily calculate the break-even sales. That is my fixed cost 48 lakh 61,000 divided by 1299.375. So it means what? Once we cross this level, once at this level, that is 3741 patients, if 3741 patients comes to hospital, we are at break even. And as soon as the patient starts increasing, that is goes above 3741, we will start making profit. When talking about the beds occupied, the beds are occupied by the patients only. That's why, Pranav. So guys, this is the point. When 3741 patient visits, we achieve the break even. So if the number of patients are less than 3741, we will make a loss. If the number of patients goes above 3741, we will start earning profit. So this is my break even point. Further, assuming hospital is functioning only for 230 days, that is 150 plus 80, and for remaining days it is empty. This question is solved using this assumption. If you guys have any doubts, queries relating to this question, you guys can please post your query. Kavita Chandak, hopefully your query is resolved. That is for 150 days, 35 beds were occupied. For 80 days, 25 beds were occupied. And the extra beds we have taken is 750. So this is how I got 8,000 beds. When talking about break-even sales, it is that level of sales where there is no profit, no loss. So we can say our revenue is equals to total cost. The formula is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. How this formula is derived, I'll be discussing in marginal costing. So here in my contribution per unit, I have calculated as 1 crore 3,95,000 divided by my patient beds, that is 1299.375. So this is my contribution per patient bed divided by so 48,61,000, my fixed cost divided by my contribution per unit, we will get the break even number of patients. Break even number of Manoj Kumar Thakur, we will assume that 2,50,000 is on the basis of number of patients attended. So accordingly, they have calculated that's 2,50,000. Yeah, that's what it is, Manisha. Your question is incorrect. Pranav, any doubts? Pranav, Vashisht, Abdul, any doubts? Shivani, Jyoti, Manoj Kumar, Priyanka, any doubts? Anyone else having any doubts, queries? Dhyanesh, Uday, Sri Lakshmi, any doubts, anyone? Pranav, hopefully you are clear with what I want to explain you. See, doctor is attending the doctor fees is depending upon the number of patients attended. That's why it is variable. However, for the remaining staff, they are paid fixed on monthly basis. Actually, Pranav, even I have a different opinion, but since it is suggested by ICI, that's why I'm using this approach. Hopefully, we can fix it up. So don't worry, my dear. Yes, Priyanka, you can please copy the solution. Since as a student, I'll be solving the question in a different way, but similar question is there in the study material. So we have to follow the instruction as given in the study material. So there may be a difference of opinion. So I am following the instructions as given in the study material. Priyanka, please copy. Uday Vishwakarma will be discussing break-even sales in detail, but in short, after recovering the variable cost, we need 3741 patients to recover my fixed cost. When talking about the extra 5 beds, I have already considered here the extra 5 beds, that is, they have taken it for, so the total extra beds they have taken is 750. That is already included in 8,000. So this is how I calculated the revenue, Kavita. Priyanka, I hope you have copied the solution. So guys, let's take a break. We'll be back with the next question. The questions are similar to the questions that are given in the study material. So let's take a break, then we'll be back with the remaining part of the chapter. Admin sir, please break डाल दीजिए. Welcome back, guys. So I hope you guys are thorough with what I have discussed till now. Today we discussed two topics wherein we discussed a question that is relating to hotel industry and one question that is related to hospital industry. So now let's proceed further. Dhyanesh, it is practically not possible to discuss this illustration because it's very lengthy. Just follow the instruction given in the question and try to solve the question step by step. You will be able to get the answers. There is no rocket science. So let's proceed further. I'll be discussing now example number 10. The similar question is there in the study material. So let's start with example number 10, that is costing of IT and ITs. So following are the data pertaining to Infotech Private Limited for the year 1920. So the yearly data is given, wherein salary to software engineers, there are 5 persons and they are paying salary 3 lakh rupees per person. So total amount is 15 lakh. Salary to project leader, there are 2 persons, then the salary is 9 lakh. Salary to project manager, the salary is 6 lakh. Repairs and maintenance are 3 lakh and 12 lakh annually. Now the company executes a project XYZ. So now the company has received a project. The name is XYZ. The details of the same are as follows, wherein the project duration is 6 months. Further, it is given that 1 project leader and 3 software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project, whereas the project manager spent 2 months' efforts during the execution of the project. Further, the travel expenses incurred for the project is 187,500. 2 laptops were purchased at a cost of rupees 50,000 each for the use in project, and the life of the laptop, life of the same is estimated to be 2 years. You have to prepare the project cost sheet. Now, let's start with example number 10, that is we have to prepare the project cost sheet. So let's start with the first part, that is salary to software engineer. Herein there are total 5 persons and the salary is 15 lakh. So 15 lakh is the total salary divided by 5%. So the salary per person is how much? 3 lakh. Into the project duration, that is the project duration is 6 months, so 6 by 12. Into how many software engineers were working over the project? Excuse me. Yes, sir. How many software engineers were working on the project? It is given in the question that 1 project leader and 3 software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project. So 15 lakh divided by 5 into 6 by 12 into 3 software engineers. So 15 lakh divided by 5, 3 lakh is the salary of a software engineer into 6 by 12, that is the project duration is for 6 months. So the per software engineer salary is 1,50,000 into 3. So the total amount will be 4,50,000. I repeat again, guys. The total salary paid to the software engineer is 15 lakh. And there are total 5 software engineers. So the per engineer salary is how much? 3 lakh. Half year salary will be how much? 3 lakh divided by 2. That is 1,50,000. This will be the software engineer salary for the project. And the salary per person is how much? 1,50,000 for the project. And it is given in the question that 3 software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project. So 1,50,000 into 3, 4,50,000. Now the next is salary to project leader. Herein again in the question it is given that the salary to project leader is 9 lakh and there are 2 project leaders. So 9 lakh divided by 2, it is 4,50,000 into 6 by 12 since the project duration is for 6 months. Further, it is given that 1 project leader was there in the project for the entire duration. So into 1 will get the salary of the project leader. So 9 lakh divided by 2 into 6 by 12. So you'll get a salary of 2,25,000. Now herein there is only one there is only one project manager and he has dedicated only 2 months to the project and the salary of project manager is 6 lakh rupees. So salary of project manager. The salary of the project manager is 6 lakh rupees. And since he has dedicated only 2 months to the project, so 2 divided by 12. So this will be 6 lakh into 2 by 12. So this will be 1 lakh. So this is the total salary paid, that is 4,50,000, 2,25,000 and 1 lakh. So total salary paid is how much? 7,75,000. If you guys have any doubts in this calculation part, you guys can please post your queries. Information technology, Kavita. Now, guys, the repairs and maintenance and administration cost is 3 lakh and 12 lakh. Now, this repair and administration cost need to be charged to this project. I repeat again, guys, this repairs and maintenance cost and administration overheads are 3 lakh and 12 lakh. Repairs, maintenance, and administration overhead. This repair, maintenance, and administration overhead need to be charged to this job. Now the point is how to charge these overheads of rupees 15 lakh to this job. Now this IT, information technology based industries, information technology industries basically labor incentive. That is it is dependent upon the skilled manpower. So what we will do is we will calculate the absorption rate on the basis of the amount that is paid to the skilled manpower, and accordingly we will charge the overhead. So herein, calculation of absorption rate. Further, I'm writing this for your understanding since this industry is labor intensive. So the overheads are absorbed on the basis of salaries paid to IT professionals. So here in this question, my overheads are 15 lakh. So 15 lakh. How come 15 lakh? So let's calculate the total overheads. My total overheads are 15 lakh and the total salaries paid in the entire year is how much? That is 15 plus 9, that is 15 plus 9 plus 6, this will be 30 lakh. So accordingly, we'll calculate the absorption rate, that is 15 lakh divided by 30 lakh into 100, that is 50%. So it means the absorption rate is what? 50% of the salaries paid to the skilled person. So here in the salaries paid to the skilled person in this project is how much? 7,75,000. So herein we will charge the overheads accordingly, that is 7,75,000. The absorption rate is 50% of the salaries paid. So 7,75,000 into 50%, that is 3,87,500. I repeat again, guys, this information technology industry is based on skilled workers. So we will absorb all the overheads that are incurred in the company on the basis of the salaries paid to the skilled worker. So herein in this question, my total overheads for the year is 15 lakh and the total salaries I'm paying is 30 lakh. So into 100, that is 50%. It means what? Whatever the salary paid to the IT professionals for a particular project, 50% will be the overheads that will be charged to the project. So accordingly, 3,87,500 will be my repairs, maintenance, and administration overhead. Now, further expenses incurred specifically for this project is how much? Travel expenses incurred on the project is 187,500. $1,87,500. Further, when talking about depreciation on laptops, two laptops were purchased at a cost of 50,000 each. So 50,000 into 2. Okay. In the project, and the life is estimated to be 2 years. So the life is estimated to be 2 years into 6 by 12. So my total cost is 1 lakh divided by 2. So 50,000 is depreciation per year for both the laptops. For 6 months, it will be 25,000. So accordingly, 25,000 will be my depreciation for this project. So 7,75,000 plus the salaries paid plus 187,500 plus 25,000. So 13,75,000 is the total cost of the project. If you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can please post your queries. Waiting for your queries, guys. Further, those who want to copy the solution can please copy. Kavita Chandak, I hope your query is resolved. Further, very important point. This you need to remember while writing exams. You can write it as a footnote also for better presentation of the solution. Now, guys, this is example number 10 of my material. Now, the next example, that is example number 11 of my material, is similar to illustration number 10 of the study material. So, example number 11 of my material is homework for you. You guys have to calculate the answer and post it in the next session. I'm discussing example illustration number 10 for your reference. So, I request you guys to please open the material, study material. I request you guys to please open the study material. I'm discussing illustration number 10 from the study material. Example number 11 that is there in my material, I have changed the figures. So you guys please solve the question and post your answers. I request you guys to please open the study material. I'll be discussing illustration number 10 of the study material, please. What cost you are talking about? I'm not getting. So let's start with illustration number 10. Now, BHG Toll Plaza Limited built a 60 kilometers long highway. Now operates a toll plaza to collect tolls from the passing vehicles using the highway. The company has estimated that a total of 12 crores vehicle, only single type of vehicle, will be using the highway for a period of 10 years. Sorry, will be using the highway during 10 years of toll collection tenure. Toll operating and maintenance costs for the month of April. So monthly data is given in the question. So monthly data is given in the question. What is BOT, Dhanesh? So monthly data is given in the question, that is collection personnel, supervisor, security persons, toll booth manager, electricity. Electricity cost is given. Further, telephone cost is given, maintenance cost is given. Monthly depreciation and amortization expenses will be rupees 1 crore 50 lakh. Further, the company needs 25% profit over total cost to cover the interest and other costs. Calculate the cost per kilometer per month and the toll rate per vehicle. So let's calculate the cost for the month of April. This is illustration number 10. Calculation of cost for the month of April. Build means to construct the highway, operate means build, operate, and transfer. Transfer means to transfer it to the concerned authorities, that is the state government or the central government. And operate means, I think it talks about the collection of tolls. Yes, the question is there from the study material only. So let's proceed further, guys. Now, collection personal salaries. So let's first calculate the salaries. Herein it is given in the question that 3 shifts, 4 person and 550 per day. So 3 into 4 into 550 per day into 30 days in a month. So my total salary will be 1,98,000. Similarly, salary to supervisors. It is given again straight away. 2 shifts, 1 person, 30 days and 7. 2 shift, 1 person. We are paying salary to supervisor as 750 per day into 30 days in a month. So 2 into 1 into 750 into 30. So this will be 45,000. Next is salary to security personnel. Herein it is given in the question, 3 shifts are there, 6 persons per shift, 450 per day per person. So 3 into 6 into the salary is 450 per day into 30 days in a month. So this will be 2,43,000. Next is salary to toll booth manager. It is given in the question itself that there are 2 shifts and 1 person per shift. There are 2 shifts and 1 person per shift, and they are paid at the rate of 900 per day into 30 days. That is 54,000. Further, the other expenses are given again straightforward. That is, electricity charges are 8 lakh. Further, telephone charges are 1,40,000. The next is maintenance cost, that is 30 lakh. Further, depreciation or amortization cost of the amortization of the cost that is incurred, that is 1 crore 50 lakh. So herein we will get the total cost, that is so 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000 is my total cost. So herein the question is asking us to calculate the cost per kilometer per month. So we'll find out easily the cost per kilometer per month. That is 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000 divided by, since the highway is 60 kilometers long, so this will be 3,24,667. Now the next the question is asking to calculate the toll rate per vehicle. So we have to first calculate the revenue, wherein it is given in the question that further the company needs 25% profit over the total cost to cover the interest and other costs. So revenue will be how much? 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000 plus it is 25% profit over total cost. So plus 25%. So we'll be getting 2 crore 43 lakh 50,000. So the toll rate will be how much? 2 crore 43 lakh 50,000 divided by the number of vehicles the number of vehicles as expected is that a total of 12 crores vehicle will pass. So the toll rate will be 20 paisa for every vehicle, I think. Sorry. How many vehicles are there? Sorry, it is 12 crores vehicle in 10 years. So 12 crores vehicle in 10 years. So in 1 year, it will be 1 crore 20 lakh divided by 12. So it will be only 10 lakh vehicles. How come 10 lakh? 12 crore vehicles divided by how many years? It is 10 years into 1 by 12. So the toll will be 24 rupees 35 paisa per vehicle. So this is the way you guys have to calculate the toll per vehicle. Again, there is no rocket science. Simple सा क्या करना है? Cost का total लगाना है and divided by the units. So अलग-अलग industry के अलग-अलग questions बन सकते हैं. But the point is stick to the concept. How to calculate the cost per unit? Very simple. Calculate the total cost divided by number of units. It can be hotel room days, or it can be patient beds, or it can be ton kilometer, or it can be number of kilometers, whatever it is. If you guys have any doubts, queries in this part, you guys can please post your query. Waiting for your queries, guys. Those who want to copy the solution can please copy. Yes, Mr. Aslam. I request you guys to please solve example number 11 as homework. Try to solve and please do post your answers on example number 11. Further, those who are having any queries can please post your queries. Still, we have 6-7 minutes. This is the last question what I'm discussing in this chapter. Yes, Manoj Kumar Thakur. Herein, this cost is what? The monthly cost. Further, it is written also that it is for the month of April. So 2 crore 43 lakh 50,000 is the monthly cost divided by the number of vehicle passing every month. That is 10 lakh. Accordingly, I have calculated the toll rate. Pranav Vashishtha, the concept is more or less same in each and every type of industry. So the first step, calculate the total cost. If they have asked you to add the profit, do add the profit. Calculate the number of units. That is, it can be either patient beds, it can be the number of kilometers, whatever it is. Divide it and calculate the rate accordingly. 8 to 12 marks, just Shah. And guys, there is no end of this chapter. See, there are few industries, few questions that are there in the material relating to few industry. There can be n number of new questions also. So guys, stick to your concept. Try to be very clear that what all steps you have to follow while solving the question. Trust me guys, no question will be difficult for you. Stick to the concept, that is the key. So अभी study material में जो है आपको कुछ questions दिए गए हैं for education institution also, for power based question, one question on power based company also, that is who is supplying power. One question is there on insurance business also. So there are many more industries that are left out, that is restaurant industry, or we can say health and fitness related industry, health and wellness related industry. So there are n number of industry. So there is no end. आप ऐसा मत सोचिए कि जो study material में दिया है उसी type का question आएगा. Examiner can ask you anything. The point is that you have to stick to the concepts. There is no end of this chapter. But since examiner has asked us in most of the cases, the examiner has asked us the question on transportation industry. That's why I have covered transportation industry in detail. And there are variety of questions in transportation industry. That's why I have discussed so many questions. The chapter is very easy, guys. There are no formulas, no concepts to remember. Very simple. Cost का total लगाइए, calculate the units and cost divided by units. That's it. Again, ये जो सब approach use किया है हम लोगों ने, that is calculation of ton kilometer. These concepts are applied practically. Think practically. Practically भी ऐसा ही होता है. That's why you guys are studying. So there is no new thing. The point is that you have to try to, you should think that how to practically approach the solution. You will be able to solve the question. Yes, Dhyanesh, well said that if you are thorough with the concept, then you can solve any of the questions. Yes, Manoj Kumar Thakur. So guys, that's it for the day. We are done with this chapter. As per my opinion, this is one of the most easiest chapter as compared to contract costing or process costing, because in contract costing, you have to look into many things. Plus in process costing, valuation of work in progress is there. But in this chapter, there is no pattern. There is only one single pattern. Cost calculate कीजिए, divided by number of units, you will get the answer. But the thing is, units calculation is a bit tricky. But if you practice, you will be able to crack it. So no rocket science behind this chapter. So guys, thank you so much for your time and patience. God bless you. See you in the next session with altogether a new chapter, a very important chapter. So that's it for the day. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy. Sir, session concluded. Admin, sir.